The day started out as many demonstrations do in the occupied West Bank. Local Palestinians were joined by international and Israeli activists in Turmusayya, a small village north of Ramallah. Ziad Abu Ein, who is a minister in the Palestinian Authority and is a prominent figure in local politics, was in attendance. Tragically, Abu Ein died later in the day after violent clashes with the Isreal Defense Forces. The demonstration was an effort to plant young olive trees as a form of resistance against an imposing Israeli outpost called Abu Ein.
This outpost over there. The outpost in the last 14 years becoming more and more violent, and it's becoming more and more bigger every year in order to take more lands that used to be owned by Palestinians, lands that used to be owned by the villagers around here.
Demonstrators marched toward a plot of land owned by Mahmoud al-Araj, a resident of Turmusayya. They were met by Israeli Defense Forces, who used tear gas, sound grenades, and physical force to stop the demonstrators. Abu Ein was in the middle of one of the clashes, and videos show a soldier with his hand around Abu Ein's neck, pushing him away. Witnesses report that soldiers headbutted him and beat him with the butt of a rifle, but there have been no confirmations of these reports. Following the violence, Abu Ein collapsed and lost consciousness. He was carried to a Palestinian ambulance and taken to the Ramallah Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Community members gathered at the hospital to grieve together and express their deep sadness for the community's loss. Abu Ein had a history of promoting democracy and facilitating negotiations between opposing political groups such as Hamas and Fatah. The Palestinian Prime Minister, Mahmoud Abbas, publicly condemned the attack and called for 3 days of mourning. A funeral will be held at noon on Thursday at the presidential headquarters.